All right, so our first book is Them by Joyce Carol Oates. And it is a sizable novel about a woman growing up in the slums of Detroit, ranging from the 1930s to the 1960s, and the hardships that entails. So this first chapter is pretty sizable, so we'll just read the first couple of pages until I get stuck, and again, you can help me out there. So this is part 1, Children of Silence, chapter 1. One warm evening in August 1937, a girl in love stood before a mirror. Her name was Loretta. It was her reflection in the mirror she loved, and out of this dreamy, pleasing love, there arose a sense of excitement that was restless and blind. Which way would it move? What would happen? Her name was Loretta. She was pleased with that name, too, though Loretta Botsford pleased her less. Her last name dragged down on her. It had no melody. She stood squinting into the plastic-rimmed mirror on her bureau, trying to get the best of the light, seeing inside her high-colored, healthy, ordinary prettiness a hint of something daring and dangerous. Looking into the mirror was like looking into the future. Everything was there, waiting. It was not just that the face she loved. She loved other things. During the week, she worked at Ajax Laundry and Dry Cleaners, and she was very lucky to have that job. And during the week, the steamy, rushed languor of her work built up in her a sense of excitement. What was going to happen? Today was Saturday. Her face was full, and there was a slight mischievous puffiness about her cheeks that made her look younger than she was. She was 16, and her eyes were blue, a mindless, bland blue, not very sharp. Her lips were painted a deep scarlet, exactly the style of the day. Her eyebrows were plucked in exactly the style of the day. Did she not dream over the Sunday supplement features? And did she not linger on her way to work before the Trinity Theater in order to stare at the pictures? She wore a navy blue dress pulled in tight at the waist. Her waist was surprisingly narrow, her shoulders a little broad, almost masculine. She was a strong girl. Upon her competent shoulders sat this fluttery, dreamy head, blonde hair puffed out and falling down in coquettish curls past her ears, past her collar, down onto her back, so that when she ran along the sidewalk, it blew out behind her, and men stopped to stare at her. Never did she bother to glance back at these men. They were like men in movies who do not appear in the foreground, but only focus interest, show which way interest should be directed. Coquettish. What does coquettish mean?